Hey fams, I've shared this book before, but it bears repeating in the series I'm starting, where I'm going to share some really cool alphabet books. Books that you can read with your child to teach them the basic alphabet sounds. Now, I'm going to make this caveat for every alphabet book because I honestly never found an alphabet book except for one designed by actual education companies that deal in structured literacy make a perfect alphabet book. A lot of very popular authors like Rosalind Beardshaw will make very good quality alphabet books that will generally be the first alphabet sounds you want to teach an early reader. But let's just get into this one because I love this one. I saved it, even though I have gotten past this stage with my reader. But I want you guys, if you have not, check this one out. It's called Walk and See ABC by Rosalind Beardshaw. So, A is for ants. What do you think Rosalind is suggesting you guys do? You go on a walk and you see if you can find sounds at the beginning of words that sound like that letter. After a, maybe you go on a walk and you find ants and an apple tree, like a crab apple tree, depending on where you live. B is for bee, very popular. Also the keyword I use for my coloring book that teaches children how to read beginning sounds. Or maybe B is for bus if you live in a city, right? The Walk and See may not always be as full of nature as this board book tries to be, but whatever you can see, that is a real word. I try my best when I'm working with early readers to stay at the beginning of a word when we're teaching these sounds. Some letters like X truly should be toward the middle or end of words. Like X-ray is and xylophone is very uncommon usage of X, and that's why X in the dictionary is such a short section, because those X words are the words where X is at the beginning, right? But we see X way more frequently in other parts of the word. So C is for cow. That's pretty popular. But what else can you see? C is for cat. C is for car. C is for cabin, right? D is for dragonfly. So cute. I love the illustrations. So cute, like the little curly hair. It reminds me of my curly hair. We just keep going on a walk, and we see E is for eggs, F is for fox. We do that a whole alphabet, and this board book, I think, is a really good accompaniment if you are planning to teach your child to read, or you want to give someone with something that is a very simple, easy tool to inspire, like a whole early childhood curriculum to teach their child to read, like literally a real book to help them. And I'm going to keep trying to get you guys to realize that this Teach Your Child to Read coloring book is way more engaging way to teach an early reader structured literacy. It's still structured literacy than some of these other homeschool curriculums that will send you a whole package of stuff that kids that are this young that would engage in a board book like this could use. But are they really gonna have fun? I don't know, y'all. You know your kids best. Mine wouldn't. I could not do that kind of instruction. So this is the type of stuff that I want to recommend to families, is how to think outside the worksheet and traditional instruction box, even for homeschool families. O is for owl. Now here is a troublesome key word that I would not teach a beginning reader that they need to memorize. Who can read the book? They can say and recognize that O makes more than one sound, but the O sound that I want you to remember is O octopus, what do I have in my coloring book? Otter. O is hard. That's why I have otter, especially when you're trying to fit a theme, right? So sometimes when these authors are trying to fit a theme, they have to, I feel like they should stray from the sound, while I rather teach a young child what an otter is, show them a picture of it, than stray from the correct sound. So I have gotten feedback from a couple of people in reviews of my coloring book that said, I know this is about this book, which everyone can have like feedback, I think, about books that they recommend that may not be like, oh, this is a perfect book, right? And even in the feedback to my coloring book, that's what I had heard, that some of these words may feel like obscure or difficult to explain to a young child, but I chose nothing but things that felt visual or actionable. You could go out and act out that word. Q is for quack. Now I'm very happy, right, that we have a QU word, but it's not being expressed as part of Q, right? So that would be my reading instruction component that you would have to add, or just know that this is not a tool you can only use to read, teach a child to read. And then V for violets. V is hard, so I really like that. U for umbrella. U is also hard. As an author myself, I was like, what do we do for some of these words? And I really love this. This is sweet. W is for web. Now this is where I was like, yes, Rosalind Beardshaw. X is for examine. I said X needs to be not at the beginning. This is the only alphabet book I've ever seen do this. I don't even do this. I just let X go at the end, but it can be in the middle, and I've never seen a alphabet book do this, so I was so excited. I was like, what's she gonna do for Y? Like, I got so excited by the end. Y is for yachts. Okay, girl. Miss Beardshaw. And then Z is in action. Z is for zigzag, which, so cute. The end. This is a really good one. Walk and See, ABC by Rosalind Beardshaw. Go out, walk a park, walk nature, walk your backyard, walk around the house if it's raining, walk your neighborhood, on the sidewalks, in the city, wherever you live, right? Take learning outside. Happy reading, fams.